Hello everyone. Today is a little bit different. Where's the camera? The camera's there. I'm going to record myself ranking British TV films. TV shows. I tried doing it in the tier list maker thing that I've done previously in the Wuthering Heights series. However, I don't know, just internet things just weren't working with me today. Um, and it was a bit difficult. So I put it in Google Slides, and I hope you're gonna enjoy this, setup. Just throw it back a little bit, bring back to basics. It's the same thing. Anyway, so these are the ones I could think of, but I'm sure I've watched a lot more over the past year during lockdown. If you don't know, Australia's in a pretty harsh lockdown at the minute. So a lot of TV is happening. Okay. So let's go through the rankings first and then I'll rank. Oh, I have cardboard on my computer. Is this gonna work? Nope. Okay. And also ignore where it says add subtitle, okay? It's basic, as I said. So, TV Gold. You may not be addicted by the first episode, but you will be eventually. Ooh, my bad. I spelled occasional wrong. Forgive me. Okay. The next ranking is good. Look forward to watching it, but has the occasional meh episode where it's not too good. This one is mostly good, but specific things really annoy me every time I watch it. Next one is trying to be new, hip, and quirky, but it's okay. Thumbs up for the okay. And then the last ranking, which really isn't that bad in my opinion, considering how harsh I was on Wuthering Heights. But this one is the most average thing you'll ever watch. So I really don't think they're that bad. Our first category. Let's go back up. Which is TV Gold. Come on, we all know what it is. We know. I'm gonna let you guess, and then okay. I just showed you. It's Poirot. I'm sorry. If you thought it was something else, but I don't know how you could think it was anything other than Poirot. I've already mentioned it in other videos. I love Poirot. So, mostly, the characters are good. The plots are usually pretty good. Oh, that's the other thing. I'm going to add, I might put them more than one category. But, its top category is, the one I think it most belongs in. But, yes, Poirot. Love the characters. Miss Lemon. Great. Hastings, amazing. Inspector Jap, or Jab. I always say Jap, but is it Jab? No, it's not Jab. I say Jab. It's Jap. It's Jap. Yeah, Poirot. And I'm afraid nothing else can be added to this. And the reason I said you might not be addicted at first is because I remember when I first started watching it, last year sometime. It took me a while to get into it, I have to say. A couple of episodes, but it was just on every week, and then I was just becoming addicted. I think I've watched there's 13 seasons, I think, and I've watched every episode at least twice, if not 3 times. I am pretty sure it's been 3 times, but who knows? It might be twice, but I think it's 3 times. Okay. This one is good. Look forward to watching it, but has the occasional meh episode. Okay. So, first up that I'm going to move is Miss Marple, and specifically this Miss Marple, because I remember seeing a different Miss Marple and it wasn't as good. So, it's this Miss Marple, in case you didn't know. The actress in it is Geraldine McEwen. I don't know how to say that. Kind of sounds Irish, but if it's not Irish, forgive me. Anyway, okay, but I just really like it because it's based on they're all based on Agatha Christie books, and they're just really good. The one I watched last night was called Nemesis. It was like very good, a little bit scary, but the reason it's in this is because you will get the occasional episode that is a bit boring or it's poorly acted, like not so much the storyline, but sometimes the actors that they get in there is a little bit wee. So that's what I had for Miss Marple. Okay, let's go back up. This was a bad system. I don't know why I thought this would work, but anyway, that's okay. Next, and we have George Gently. This one's actually pretty good. It's set in the 60s, I think. But I like it. So, this guy right here is a bit annoying. He's Inspector Bacchus, and he's just a bit of a jerk. Not very nice. But he kind of adds some entertainment to it, you know? A little bit of entertainment. But his banter with Rachel is quite good. This guy. He's Rachel. Banter with Rachel is quite good, but Rachel's also kind of annoying. She's a bit of a goody two-shoes, and she's like the helping out police woman. Yeah, she's a bit of a know-it-all, and because they don't do everything by the books all the time, and she usually gets them dubbed in, so that's annoying. Also, his love interest Gemma and like that affair thing, did not like that at all. That was like, that's the only, I can't even describe it because it was. Okay, moving on. We have Endeavour, which is Inspector Morse, but it's supposed to be when he's younger. But funnily enough, they made it like in the 2000s. So it's like, what I mean is that it's made after this show, but it's based on this show. Like, it's supposed to be, I was going to point to you, but it's Morse, that's Morse, when he's younger. Okay. So he's going here as well. Oh. Oh. Wasn't it working? Endeavour. Okay. The reason I'm putting it here and it's not in the top tier is because I can't even remember what this guy is called. I don't know. You could say I wouldn't have any idea whatsoever. How the hell have I been talking for 8 minutes? Okay. So breeze through this one. But usually the murders are pretty good. Any sort of storyline with like Morse is like pretty boring. So when they add that in, that makes the episode boring. Moving swiftly on. I'm going to put the Midsomers in there. The reason there's 2 Midsommers is because one's an older version. This is older version. And this guy is named Tom Barnaby. And then the earlier version is, like, most recent, is this guy. And he is Tom Barnaby's cousin called John Barnaby. Family's into policing, I guess. So it's going in this category as well. Okay. Unfortunately, because both of these Midsomer, it's been going on for like so long, you will get the occasional boring episode because the writers also change. So it's not the same person writing it every single time. So some people are just better writers. And you will get a boring murder occasionally. And that's the other thing about Midsomer. Sometimes it gets so convoluted, it doesn't even make sense. Like, sometimes it feels like they really just wanted to off-put you, and they make it someone who doesn't even make sense that it was them. But I look forward to watching it, so that's why I put it in that category. Okay. Mostly good, but specific things annoy me every single time I watch it. So, let's move on. First off, we have Mr. Inspector Morse. Okay. This rant might go for a while, but like I'm already talking forever. But I don't find Inspector Morse particularly likable. And he has like no charisma whatsoever. So this is why it annoys me so much that in nearly every single episode they come across a widower, and half the episode is spent on Morse and the widower like flirting and like getting to know each other. And this annoys me because he's not charismatic. He's like, no offense, it's fine that you're old, but like, can you not flirt with everything that moves? Is what I'm saying. And I feel like he must have been a writer or something. Like this actor must have been a writer because he just wanted to like be with a lady every episode. That's what it seems like. Lewis, he gets his own show later. It's also on this. But Lewis in this one, he's a lot more upbeat. He's, interesting guy. Morse is kind of temperamental and he's not very, I don't know. I don't find him a compelling main character, is what I'm saying. And the philandry is like, ugh. Anyway. So, we're also going to put Lewis in this category. So, this is after Morse dies. And Lewis's wife has also died. I don't know why they felt the need for that. I think they wanted to make him single because he also goes on dates occasionally. And I'm like, why am I watching this? Like, that is what makes it unenjoyable when I have to watch him go on dates. Like, what? Maybe it's like because I'm younger. I mean, I'm young, so I really don't want to watch middle-aged to old men going on like dates with like people who are way out of their league. That's just my opinion. So I keep forgetting you're up there. Anyway, like I said, that's my opinion. So you can agree with me, you can disagree with me. He is a lot more compelling of a character. He's funnier. So that is a redeemable quality of Lewis. In Lewis, the TV show, he is better in Morse. The old version is better. Like, character-wise. He gets a little bit grumpy. And I think they pass it off because his wife is dead, but that was a joke. Grantchester. Now, I don't watch this religiously, like, week after week. Mostly because I don't think it's on anymore. On the channels that we have over here in Australia. And I think it finished, like the season finished. But I was not watching this very often. And the reason is because I feel like they were turning it into like Young and Restless, Days of Our Lives kind of vibe. That was the vibe I was picking up of Grantchester. But like overall the murders, the storyline, the writing, the characters are okay. It's okay. It's not too bad. But I can't stand these two. Those two. Oh my god. So I didn't really see the earlier what happened before she got married, but she got married to someone else. She has a kid. But they have a thing. And then this guy cheats on his wife with like the secretary of like the police department. Like that drama, all that cheating and like affairs that was going on, it just made me like, that was so repellent. That aspect of the show that became a really big aspect of the show was like really annoying me. So that is why that's the specific things that annoy me every time I watch it. Okay. Moving on. Ooh. Did not mean to do that. Okay. It's trying to be new, hip, and quirky. But it's okay. Like, it's not unwatchable. It's like, it's okay. The writing's okay. Everything else is okay. Maybe you can tell which one it's gonna be based on the colours. You can probably guess. Anyway, so we have the Queens of Mystery. Like, sometimes this is also just really cheesy. And they have like a third person omniscient narrator situation going on. And I don't find that interesting, like, at all. her mum's gone missing, and I can't really tell if it's supposed to be like a supernatural element in there, but yeah. And they're supposed to be these are her aunts, and they're all supposed to have like a really unique, like, that one's Kat, that one's Beth, and that one's Jane. They're all supposed to have like compelling backstories and like personalities, but they seem to like just merge in my head. So I think the biggest thing is the writing. The kind of like stylistic choices in the writing is the show's biggest downfall, in my opinion. What they try and do with Matilda, or Mattie, they call her Mattie, or Matilda. She's just like, she's a little bit of a plain Jane. Sorry if you can't hear over my accent. Yeah, she's just kind of boring. And they have this really contrived like love thing going on with the guy who looks at the bodies. What are they called? I have no idea what those people are called. But you know, like they state the time of murder and like how the person was killed and all that jazz. So the relationship between her and that guy is like so forced and it's gross. But it's okay. Like I'll watch it. It's fine. I'll watch it. Next one. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I think I'm losing my voice. Next one is Agatha Raisin. I was gonna say Agatha Christie. Agatha Raisin. The reason I'm putting Agatha Raisin here is because like it's kind of a novelty. Like I've only seen the first season, but I was kind of over it by the first season. But it was like while it was at the beginning, it was kind of quirky. It was kind of interesting. Like she's kind of an okay character. Like she's got some, I wouldn't say redeemable qualities. She's a bit of a diva, but she's kind of interesting. She's an interesting lady. And I found that okay. At the end of the season, she's engaged to Jamie, or whatever the hell that guy's name is. That also felt forced and weird and yeah, just some of this like the background and story, like side plots were just like so stupid. But the actual writing of like the murders and stuff and her and the other characters, they're kind of okay. But like the thing was, I didn't need to know their backstory, and like they don't all need to like be dating each other and stuff. And also, she lives in one village and all these murders were happening in this village. I'm like, there's going to be no one left. That's the same thing with Midsomer Murders. Even though it's like in the region of Midsomer, so it's like in different suburbs, I'm like, there's a lot of people dying. Don't know how we have anyone left. Anyway, that's okay. And then, sorry, the final category is the most average thing you'll ever watch. And I'm sorry to fans of this. I'm like mostly sad because the main actor in that plays Mr. Weasley in Harry Potter. So like I didn't want to have to do this, but like it's not a bad show. It's just, I mean, I haven't felt compelled to watch it like all the time. It's just kind of boring. Father Brown's a bit Father Brown as a character is also kind of boring. All these characters, they're just boring. Like, that's why I put it as the most average thing you'll ever watch. Because it's just not very interesting. Sorry. Those were my categories. Sorry I didn't put it in tiers, but this was me trying to be creative. Anyway, hope you agreed. Hopefully I've given you some TV suggestions, because there's quite a lot here. And there's plenty more where that came from, if you want me to do this again. Anyway, thanks for watching in this weird kind of setup. It was kind of interesting filming like this. Thanks for watching. Bye.